No last words, no shattered glass, just the silence as it passed. In the stillness I could see some loves end quietly. There was no dramatic fall, no loud echoes down the hall, just the distance growing wide, like the tide had slowly died. We were standing side by side, but the warmth that left your eyes, every touch became routine, like a fading movie scene. Every pause we left too long, every moment feeling wrong, built a space we couldn't cross without speaking of the loss. Some loves end quietly, not with anger, not with blame, just a slow dissolving light and forgetting how we changed. Some loves end quietly, through the silence, through the years, like a song that softly fades, leaving traces in your ears. So slow, so still, no fight, just chill. I remember little things, coffee cups and window streams, how your laughter filled the room before it slowly lost its bloom. We were never meant to break, but some hearts just separate, not from hatred, not from scars, just from drifting where they are. Every word we didn't say, every glance we turned away, built a truth we couldn't hide, even if we both deny. Some loves end quietly, not because they weren't real, but because the weight of time changes how two people feel. Some loves end quietly, like the fading of the day, not a storm to tear apart, just the light that slips away. If we shouted, maybe then we could call it something clear, but the hardest kind of loss is the one that disappears. Love is not always a fire, sometimes it becomes the ash, still it lingers in the air long after the moment passed. No tears, no blame, just us, then change. Some loves Streetlights passing slow, lines of silver glow, moving through the haze into quiet space. Night bends at the turn, old reflections burn soft against the glass, then they fade to black. Nothing stays too long, drifting with the sound. Every trace moves on, falling to the ground. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Only fading glow. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Let it drift below. Left to hold, left to hold. Into silent waves. Left to hold, left to hold. Where the dark remains. Empty roads unwind, leaving names behind. Signals disappear, thin against the air. Windows blur and bend where the shadows end. Quiet follows through like a distant blue. Nothing turns around once it leaves the frame. Every muted sound washes out again. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Only fading glow. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Let it drift below. Stillness on the line between now and then, floating through the night, weightless once again. Slowly it goes further down into the low without a sound. Slowly it goes further down, 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 down into the flow. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Only fading glow. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Where the shadows flow. Nothing left to hold, left to hold. Into quiet roads. Left to hold, left to hold. Gone with light. Drifting slow. Night moves on. Nothing left to hold. No slammed doors, no shattered sound. Just the silence settling down. In the stillness I could tell we were drifting from ourselves. There was nothing left to break, no mistakes we couldn't name. Just a quiet in the room, growing larger every day. You would smile and I would too, like that's what we're meant to do. without naming what we lost. No fight, just distance. No flames burning through the dark. Just two shadows moving slow as the silence pulled apart. No fight, just distance. Through the quiet, through the years, like a song we used to know, slowly fading from our ears. So slow, so still. No blame, no thrill. I remember how it felt when your hand would find itself wrapped around the edge of mine, like forever had a sign. Now the echoes fill the space where we used to leave our trace, and the warmth we used to hold turned to something faint and cold. Every word we didn't say, every glance we turned away, built a truth too soft to fight, yet too heavy to deny. No fight, just distance. Not because we stopped to care, but because the weight of time left too much between us there. No fight, just distance. Like the ending of the day, not a storm that tears apart, just the light that slips away. Sometimes endings don't arrive, like a crash or sharp divide. Sometimes they just gently fade, like the colors into gray. Love is not always undone by the things we've said or done. Sometimes it just loses shape and quietly escapes. No tears, no war, just less than before. No fight, just distance. And I finally understand, not every ending has to hurt to slowly leave your hands. No fight, just distance. Though we're left in empty space, it taught me some goodbyes arrive with silence, truth, and grace. No slammed doors, no final line, just two hearts outgrown by time. In the quiet I can feel distance made it real. No alarm, no flashing signs, just a shift I missed in time. Something changed without a sound, and I'm only seeing now. We were moving like before, still the same familiar floor, same late talks and subtle smiles. Still something had we'd stay, talking till the edge of day. Every word would hold its place, every glance would feel like grace. Now the room feels twice as wide, with the quiet at my side. And the space you used to fill holds a kind of distant chill. Every truth we didn't face, every silence left in place, turn the closeness into air. Something missing everywhere, fading without warning. Not because we stopped to care, but because what once was fire could no longer hold us there. Fading without warning, like the ending of the tide, leaving traces in the sand, then retreating with the night. Some endings don't announce their name, they arrive too soft to blame. No collision, no collapse, just the slowest kind of lapse. And maybe that's what hurts the most, losing what still feels so close, watching something slip away while you're hoping it will stay. No crash, no flame, just less. Each day, fading without warning. Now I finally understand, not every ending breaks apart, some just loosen from your hands. Fading without warning, though it left an empty sky, it taught me even silent loss deserves the right to say goodbye. No alarm, no final plea, just the quiet leaving me and the truth I feel now forming. Love was fading without warning. Still we drift, city lines fade slow, passing through the glow. Silent windows blur like a distant word. Night runs under wheels, nothing stays too still. Shadows move in waves, then dissolve again. We were light on the road, weightless in the blue, moments turning low, slipping out of you. We let it slip away into the night again. We let it slip away like the lights that dim. Slip away into the dark below. Slip away. Only the silence knows. Street signs drift behind, names we left unwind. Soft reflections bend, then are gone again. Empty skies remain, washing through the frame. Quiet as the tide pulling us along. Nothing left to hold, only moving through. Silver turning gold, fading out of you. We let it slip away into the night again. We let it slip away like the lights that into the blue. Nothing to prove. Slowly we move further through into the blue. We let it slip away into the night again. We let it slip away where the echoes swim. We let it slip away. Into the quiet waves. Slip away. Slip away. Still we drift. Still we fade. Night rolls on. We let it slip away. There's a language we know, sound floating slowly all around. In the space we couldn't fill, everything is standing still. You were sitting next to me, close enough to almost reach, but the distance in your eyes built a wall I couldn't climb. Every word became too small, echoes fading down the hall, and the air between our skin held the weight of what had been. Every pause too long to fade, every breath we didn't take, turned the warmth we used to know into something letting go. The silence between us says the things we never could, like a shadow crossing light, where our fire once softly stood. The silence between us, through the stillness, through the years, carries every unsaid word, like a whisper to my ears. So close, so far, no sound, just our I remember how we'd stay talking till the edge of day. Every laugh would fill the room like a flower in full bloom. Now the quiet feels so wide, like an ocean at low tide. And the places we once knew feel like strangers passing through. Every glance we turned away, every truth we let decay, built a world too thin to hold, something fragile turning cold. The silence between us, not because we stopped to care, but because we lost the thread, holding all we used to share. The silence between us, like the fading of a song, still familiar in my chest, even when the sound is gone. Some endings don't arrive in flames, they disappear without a name. No shattered glass, no final scene, just empty space where love had been. And maybe that's the hardest part, when quiet slowly breaks a heart, because there's nothing left to blame, just absence wearing your name. No words, no cries, just space and time. The silence between us, now I finally understand. softly gone. Softly gone. Cold lights passing near, shapes dissolve from here, lines across the rain, fade and form again. Night moves through the glass, shadows drifting past, silent in the flow, further down below. Nothing has to stay, nothing pulls behind. Every trace gives way.